for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Chiefs working their way back out here on offense, and probably a good thing, really. Their camp has been relatively quiet. Everybody knows what they have coming back. Maybe some question about their running game. It's a team that has had a bell cow in the past. You think way back to Christian Okoye, the days of Priest Holmes. We'll see how the running game works out this year, Charles.
Can I go way, way back? Mike Garrett running the football for them. Joe Delaney, who was the Rookie of the Year and lost him, unfortunately, in a swimming accident. But Andy Reid has hinted this summer he's going to take the dreaded running back by committee approach. Yeah, Damian Williams was a force down the stretch, slowed a little bit by hamstring troubles in camp. Carlos Hyde on his 4th team in 2 years, but what a bruiser inside. And Darrell Williams has been around. Darwin Thompson, 6th-rounder. Even Tremont Smith, who they converted from corner, he's going to carry the ball a little bit, too, in the preseason.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Working from the gun, Mahomes into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Caught out left side by Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. 12-0 the score after 1. on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trubisky now down around his goal line. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 79 yards, as the Bears push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean,
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number one.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. On first down, Trubisky. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. As the first half is winding down. As the Bears push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. He gets away from one. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
Let's go.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receivers. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been... And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And is there bad blood here? I mean, and go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now here's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
But no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get more rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
That's fielded in the end zone. Cordell Patterson. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
Here we go. Here we go.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground. In the backfield, standing alone here on 2nd and goal is Davis. He'll get it up the middle, and he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, could also result in a melee later, though. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run on first down. It's Williams pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Mahomes now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes firing complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
He got 29 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. They go play action. Trubisky. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise? This is caught inside the 15. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 43 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis. His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he will not make it into the end zone, but there is a flag down far side of the field, so let's see what that's all about. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add two more onto their lead. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On first down, Mahomes. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these.
All the windows are closed in all the bedrooms. And bathroom, too. Which one? This one?
Runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The quick slant caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at...
That's caught at the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.